Hi everyone, in this video we'll discuss about merits and demerits of static relays. So first we'll see the merits, that is advantages of static relays. So these relays are low burden on current transformer and voltage transformers. The static relays consumes less power compared to other relays like electromagnetic relays and electromechanical relays. So in most of the cases they draws power from the auxiliary DC supply, so that is battery. So from battery static relays will draw the supply, so it will take supply from the battery. Okay, so next one, so and also it will consume the very less power. So coming to the response, the response of the static relays are very fast and long life. So life of the static relays are long and high resistance to shock and vibrate. So long life and high resistance to shock and vibrations. So next one, less maintenance due to absence of moving parts and bearings. So if you take electromechanical and electromagnetic relays, it will have more mechanical parts. So in this static relays are so there is no moving parts, so that's what less maintenance. So next one, frequent operations causes no deterioration. So frequently if you operate also, so there is no deterioration. So quick resetting. So once if it is open, so it will reset very quickly. So next one, absence of overshoot. Absence of overshoot. Next one, size is very less, compact size, greater sensitivity and amplification can be provided easily. So next one, compact size, so we can carry easily, and greater sensitivity and amplification can be provided easily. So complex relay characteristics can be easily be obtained. So next one, logic gates can be used for complex protective schemes. So logic gates, AND gate, OR gate, and OR gate, and XOR gate, so those gates are we can use for complex protective schemes. So like you can use it for, this type of relays we can use it for zones of operation, high voltage operations, high current operations. So next one, primary transmission lines and primary distribution lines. So these static relays are can use. So next we will see the demerits of static relays. What are the disadvantages of static relays? Static relays are temperature sensitive. Their characteristics may vary with variation of temperature. Temperature compensation can be made by using thermistors and by using digital techniques for measurements and etc. So static relays are temperature sensitive. Their characteristics may vary with the variation of temperature, and temperature compensation can be made by using thermistors and by using digital techniques for measurements. So here temperature sensitive and varies, characteristics may varies with temperature. So that's what these relays we cannot use for where the temperature is rapidly changing places. So next one, static relays are sensitive to voltage transient. The semiconductor components may get damaged due to voltage spikes. So voltage sensitive. So these semiconductor like OR gate, AND gates, so those gates we are using logic gates. So those gates will damage due to voltage spikes. Filters and shieldings can be used for their protection against voltage spikes. So if you want to protect from the voltage spikes, so here we are using the filters and shieldings can be used. Next one, static relays need an auxiliary power supply. So this can however be easily supplied by a battery or stabilized power supply. So static relays are need auxiliary power supplies like batteries and very less power supplies you need. So that so you can use batteries and stabilized power supplies. So these are the demerits of the static relays. So next we will discuss about comparison between electromechanical relays and numerical relays. This is a very important question for your internal and external examinations. In external examination, many times they asked for 6 marks. So write the comparisons between electromechanical relays and numerical relays. So this is a very important, interesting topic in our module 1. So here very simple we can write size. If you take size, electromechanical relay size is bigger, numerical relay size is compact, very small. And characteristics. So these relays are fixed. These electromechanical relays are fixed and numerical relays are selectable. So whatever you want you can select. Flexibility, no flexibility. In electromechanical relays are no flexibility. So numerical relays are flexible due to programmability. So here we are using the programmability, AND gate, OR gate, those logic gates we are using. So we can also use programming. So microcontrollers programming also we can use. So that based on the programming the numerical relays will operate, but electromechanical relays not like that. So communication feature, so not available, so here available. Communication features, so you can use Wi-Fi connectivity to numerical relays and you can easily you can operate, but here in your electromechanical relays are manually we have to operate. Next one, blocking feature not available, blocking feature is available. So that semiconductor devices we are using, so that blocking feature is available. Self supervision, electromechanical relays self supervision is not available, and numerical relays self supervision available. Adaptability, so electromechanical relays adaptability is not adaptable, and numerical relays adaptability is available. So adaptability to changing the system condition. So there is one advantage of numerical relays. Multiple functions not possible, so we cannot add, we cannot divide, we cannot multiply. So but here so possible. So accuracy plus or minus 4% or more, but accuracy is very less in numerical relays, plus or minus 2%. Then speed of operation is very slow, so numerical relays are very fast response. Next one, burden on transducers CT and PTs. Burden of the CTs and PTs using electromechanical relays are very high, so numerical relays are extremely low. So these things we have to explain for the comparison between electromechanical relays and numerical relays. So this is a very important, very simple answer you can write. So practice this one. So next one, so we'll see the overcurrent protection introduction. So why it is required overcurrent protection? Why we need to go for overcurrent protection? So a protective relay which operates when the overload current exceeds the preset value is called overcurrent relay. So one value, so one preset value will be there. If it is exceeds, then so we need to use for overcurrent relays to protect and to avoid damages. The value of the preset current above, so which the relay operates, is known as its pickup value. Overcurrent relays offer the cheapest and simplest form of protection. Overcurrent relays are very simple operation and very cheap operations. So this how it will work. So we will set a one preset value. The when the preset value exceeds, the relay operates. So operates, that is the that exceeds the value. So next one, these relays are used for protection of distribution lines, large motor, power equipment, industrial systems, etc. So distribution side, the load current will be more compared to the generation side. Generation side voltage will be more and the current will be less. In distribution side, current is more value, then so we need overcurrent protection, right? And even large motors also, large motors will draws the current value more, so overcurrent protective, overcurrent relays we will use. Power equipment and industrial systems, even so these relays are you can use for starters also. So starters also, if you open the starter, you can observe the relay coil, so that is called overcurrent relays. So this is about advantages and disadvantages of that is merits and demerits of static relays, and comparison between electromechanical relays and numerical relays. Next one, overcurrent protection introduction. Okay, so please practice those two questions, merits and demerits of static relays, and comparison between electromechanical and electrostatic relays. Okay, thank you everyone, thank you.